Okay, been procrastinating a little bit today. I think what I'm going to do today, so I sketched this out in Procreate for a piece with the theme of acts of kindness. And I kind of waffled on what I was going to do. And at first I was going to draw somebody making or bringing tea or soup to the sick person. The sick person was always part of it. I figured this time of year it's pretty good for the theme. I haven't been sick yet, knock on wood. I still wear a mask everywhere I go. I don't need to breathe anybody else's respiratory particles, even under the best of circumstances. So keep wearing your masks if you want to stay healthy. Anyway, so it was going to be tea or soup. Then I decided to make it a little more, I don't know, energetic, a little more dynamic, a little more chaotic maybe. And basically the kid is bringing like everything from the medicine cabinet. There's some cough syrup, and I think this is like Sudafed, and there's some ointment. I don't know what they're going to do with the ointment. Oh, maybe I could put in some Vicks Vapor Rub in there. And they've got the thermometer, the touchless kind. There's some scissors and gauze, and Band-Aids, because that's what you need, when you have a cold is Band-Aids, and a bottle of aspirin. And over here they have their box of tissue and their book and their cup of tea. So anyway, I'm going to like draw just some of the elements. I'm not going to try to put them in the composition or whatever, but I'm just going to draw in the sketchbook, and I might search for some reference for what things look like and colors and whatnot. So let's start with, I'm just going to like Google a picture of cough medicine. Let's see. How about this? How about some Dayquil? Let's start with that. Okay, let me start my 30-minute timer. Okay, and I'll use the bright orange for this. Cadmium orange hue. So a little bit of glare on my paper here. I'm not going to draw like the label, but I'm going to draw the little cup on top. Maybe we'll make a little, let's see, do I have a good green here? I'll use my lime peel. It's not what that looks like, but it's my favorite green. So I'm just going to draw a little logo there just to make it interesting. And let's just put like a little blue rectangle here. I'm not going to draw any of the words, I don't think. I don't want to put the words in my illustration. Partly out of laziness and partly because I'm just thinking, well, what if I wanted to draw something that was going to be like translated into another language? I don't know how likely that is, but you never know. Okay, and let's see. The top part of the label is almost exactly the same color as the bottle. I do want to try to make it stand out a little bit, so maybe I use the pumpkin orange for the label, and Yeah, the lack of tooth in this paper means there's lots of little bits of pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in too, because the white looks, I don't know, empty. I don't want it to be empty. I just wanted it to be look like maybe there would be a label there. Oops. No, that's the right one. Okay, there isn't as much difference between the cadmium orange and the pumpkin orange as I thought. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Oh well. Just experimenting a little. Okay. All right, so some cold medicine. And there's a big, well, it's not really part of the bottle. All right, what else do we have here? Let's see, let's draw like a box of Sudafed. Doesn't necessarily have to be Google decongestant. Okay. So let's do like a kind of generic one that's just like, oops. It's funny, sometimes there's a picture and, well, that's not really what I want. And then you go to the actual site and there's no picture. Okay, so it's just going to be like a basic red box, but I want to stick with kind of an orangey red. So somewhere in here, I think I have pale vermilion, which is a nice orangey red. Is that it? Yep, there you are. Okay. So, good job drawing a not straight line. Okay. You know, even when the drawings are terrible, there's something about the pencil on the paper that just feels nice. Feels like I'm, I don't know, doing something. I really want to letter it, but I'm not gonna. But you know what I will do? I'll like just draw some lines in here. Good enough. It's pretty orangey. It's more orangey than I remember, but that's all right. I really like the blue and the orange. I pulled out all these. Well, I won't move them over here right now, but the pastels that I used yesterday, I got a lot of orange, yellow, turquoise, blue, green, whatnot. And I was looking at all the pastels just sitting next to each other. Gosh, I'm just all over the place. And just really liking the combination. This looks weird. This looks like, I don't know, some electronic device or something. I think I'm going to need to make it simpler and just maybe divide the, just split up the box into like the white and the red, and maybe just put like a squiggly white shape down the middle to kind of simulate some non-specific lettering. That's not really lettering, right? Those are numbers. What if I just make it kind of squiggly? Well, not sure that's an improvement, but that's okay. All right, what else? What is that? Oh, I think that's some kind of, I'll just draw a box of Band-Aids. Yeah. Adhesive bandages. Let's just look for bandages. Here's another. Well, it's Walgreens brand, but it's sort of generic. Okay. Actually, well, okay. Okay, it doesn't help to have these all bumping into my hand. We'll go back to the orange for the Band-Aids, the different sizes. Really, they're kind of the same color all over, so maybe I should just fill them in, and then I can use the black pencil. There are too many pencils on my table right now. I just had that black one. Where'd I put it? Oh, it's right here. Okay. losing my pencils. They're right here, but misplacing them. Maybe I should just buy myself a sketchbook that's like, you know, meant for colored pencil or dry media, whatever. This paper has its place, but well, that just is going to look weird. I wanted something that would sort of simulate lettering, but I think it will make more sense when I'm drawing it small. I'm just going to do what I did before and draw one big band-aid on the box. Okay, what else we got? Let's draw some first aid scissors. What would you call those? Sure, they have a different name. Bandage scissors, or okay. I'll draw these. The bent. I don't think I'm going to try to draw that little extra blunt thing that some of them have on the end. I'll just draw bent scissors. That should be adequate. Most of them seem to have red handles. I guess it's the whole first aid symbol red thing. Okay. I'm going to go with a slightly darker red, poppy red, which is kind of similar to this, but a little darker. Yeah. Okay. So they're actually kind of the same size. It's all right. Okay. I don't think I'll fill that in. I think I'll just leave it. Otherwise, the screw will be hard to see, and the edges between the two blades will be hard to see. Okay, let's see. Let's Google a touchless thermometer. of like to see the other side of it, but you know what? Maybe this is fine. Let's see. See if I can save. Can I save the image and flip it? Okay. Just because of the way I have him holding it in the picture. Let's see. Definitely have to think about simplifying some of this because it's going to be drawn so small. But this kind of helps get me familiar with what I'm drawing. And I guess I'll just push hard to make this a little bit darker. Okay. And let's just use the violet here. It's a dark little window for the readout, the display. Okay. How about what else? Band-aids, a bottle of aspirin, some gauze. I wanted to look up Vicks Vapor Rub too. Does it only come in those little jars or does it come in a tube at all? I think it only comes in the little jars. Oh, there's like a little stick. What is that? Inhaler. Oh, you just jam it up your nose and breathe? I guess we could just draw a little jar. Let's see. Here we go. Just want a picture with the lid on. Okay. I like this green. It doesn't go that well though. I should probably use a something a little more blue. Then I could just use, I could use that for all my blues. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use the light blue for the lid. Or the light aqua, I guess it is. Oh, it's way greener than that. What color is this? Pale aqua. See, the label goes all the way around. Well, that's not very convincing, is it? And let's just have a little, I'm going to go back to the orange. Again, I'm probably not going to put this much detail in the finished piece because there just isn't room. It's just going to have to be general, bottles and boxes, maybe differentiated by color. Did I? Oh, good. I thought I didn't have my cardboard in there. I'm like, oh no, I'm putting dents in the next page. Oops. Okay. No, got about 4 minutes left. How about we do what? What did I say? A bottle of aspirin? Oh, there's gauze. I don't know. I feel like I can draw the gauze already. Let's look for a bottle of aspirin. That's going to be super generic, right? Just little white pills in a clear bottle. That's okay. Maybe I'll use this lighter yellow instead. Some of these other bottles are yellow. Can't decide whether I like, I feel like that blue is too purple to go with. I like this a lot with the orange and the red. Where's my, there it is. Which color is this? Oh, yeah, well, it's blue violet lake, so yeah, that would be more purpley. Blue slate. Do I have the light cerulean blue out anywhere? Let's try it. Just want to draw the, I don't know, is it any different? I mean, I'm sure it is, but Color is always such a challenge. All of it's a challenge, really. I mean, the drawing of the shapes and whatnot, like, I feel like that's just the fun, easy part, and then the values and the color and all of that, it's always really challenging. I'm going off of a different bottle. It's another Walgreens bottle. For better or for worse. What time is it? I gotta work out. I don't want to. Okay, timer's going off. I think that's a little better with this greenish color because it's more of a blue, whereas this one tends to purple. So I think it works a little better. And just again, don't know if I will get into anywhere here. This detail. Okay. All right. Well, I went over, but it's all right. I hope my light's still on. All right. That was a little bit long. Oops. Nudged this down. But anyway, just kind of familiarized me with what the different items look like, and you know what? I'm gonna put a side on this box real quick. Oh yeah, that blue is actually quite different, isn't it? Okay, that's good. I might try to do a little bit of the final image with analog materials and scan it and do whatever in Procreate. Okay, well, that's it for today. So long.